Look at all this coming together. Yeah. You see what I'm seeing? Don't worry. These first two articles should tell you everything you need to know about what's coming, the massive golden age, the massive explosion in crypto. These top cryptos are going to shock people. I think a lot of people are starting to have this realization, but I'm going to show you. Watch this. So it's all coming together. Keep that in mind. Why is all this happening at the same time? Now, this first article, it says this. Attorney Jeremy Hogan predicts, not a guarantee, of course, predicts Ripple versus SEC case could be resolved by May, which means what? That means after that point, folks, wait. Hey, you came by yourself, right? It's just me and you? Okay, because not everybody is going to accept this. That means there's no reason why the utility coins can't go on an insane utility run the next year or two. And that's not without volatility. Of course, there's going to be a lot of volatility. That's just logical. People are going to take profit, things like that. And of course, then there's the added variable of whether the companies are going to come out with a myriad of announcements. They could, they might not. Who knows? I don't work for the companies. Do you? If you do, hey, it's between us. If you do, let me know something in the comment section. No, I'm just kidding. Not financial advice either. But there's no telling. They could come out with one announcement after another. They have a multitude of NDAs. They've been holding back. But wait, so after May, utility of crypto could be unleashed. And what did that expert say? Was it in the last video? Did you see that last video I released? Which, by the way, another members only video coming soon. I hope you've been reading the articles I've been posting in the members only section. But that expert was telling everybody how all these companies want and need DLT technology. Then we read it from a company, not one individual. Before that, there was a company we read from that was talking about how the companies need DLT. Remember, I was very excited about that because I've been telling people that for a long time. Wait, something's going to tell you that in this video also. It's all adding up. This is why you have all these so-called big money experts talking about Chainlink and, they're getting Chainlink behind the scenes by proxy, all this stuff. You know, you've seen the articles. Whether you believe it or not, that's up to you. The XRP, people buying XRP behind the scenes by proxy, these big companies getting behind XRP. All of us out of nowhere, these big money people want a little bit of XRP out of nowhere, huh? If that's accurate, if that's true, all right? Same thing with Solana. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, they're all bullish on Solana, out of nowhere, right? Solana was dead. Why are all these utility coins becoming so bullish all of a sudden with the big money? Huh? But wait, I don't want to get too far ahead now because you have that. Let me just read a little bit from this article, okay? Just a little bit to give you some of this info here. It says, notably, attorney Jeremy Hogan responded to an X post over the odds of Ripple versus SEC case getting dismissed, settled, or dropped by February. This is his quote. Quote, I'd say it's possible, but maybe unlikely, unquote, he noted. Quote, 40 days is not a lot of time to get reports together, memos, and have the requisite SEC meetings, etc. I'm going with April or May as a likely time frame. Likely, not a guarantee. Likely, he says. Time frame, unquote. He added further. A little bit more time is nothing for what these things are supposed to do. We'll see if they're going to do that. I believe they're going to do that. What do you think? Think they're going to do that? I think they're poised for an insane run. What people have seen, if they like what they saw before, they're going to like what's coming. And I think a lot of the ones that are going to pop off, I think are going to really, really, really shake people up. I think all a person has to do, once again, not financial advice, is look at the companies that have been putting in work. All right? They've been putting work, bringing in deals. They're legit, serious companies. Everything is going to be tokenized. They need smart contracts. They're going to have that whole liquidity thing going on where the legacy industry is going to step in as liquidity providers with all that liquidity token. Everything's going to change. The amount of value flowing through XRPL and the XRPL and all these top legit cryptos it should theoretically be insane at that point. It's absorbing so much. What have you known? You tell me. What have you known that's able to absorb all of these different things? We're talking about the derivatives market. We're talking about commodities, etc. These top utility coins are have a great chance of being a part of that. Right? It looks like they're going to be, but I don't like to talk in absolutes. That's not my way. I like to be as reasonable as possible. Right now, the larger percentage of possibilities on the side of these things are going to dominate. But wait, let's go here. Why is you tell me? Wait, no. Slow down. Because I hear you typing. I hear you talking. You tell me why all this is happening at the same time. Did you make it to this second article? This article here is titled "The OCC Poised to Ramp Up Security on Larger Banks." Now, one thing we've been following on this channel for a long time, right? As a good detective, I know you're a great detective. I know you've been paying attention. The banks have been in trouble. 1, 2, they've been under investigation. 3, they've been sued multiple times in 2024. You know what's happening, in my humble opinion? They're being set up. It was always going to happen this way. They're being set up so that now that they have to be monitored, the biggest banks have been in massive trouble. Go look up what has happened in 2024 with JP Morgan. They like to talk a lot, right? Look up what's happened with JP Morgan in 2024 as far as lawsuits, negativities, and things of that nature. However you want to search for it, use Google. Google's my favorite. I don't work for Google. I'm just saying I use Google search a lot. I'm just saying. 1, look up TD Bank. You could go across the board. They have all been in trouble. They've all proven that majority of them have proven they don't follow the rules. So what have the regulators been saying about these banks that the Fed and all these central banks say, oh, you can trust them? They've been saying they can't be trusted. So that leads to what? Follow me here. This is what leads to the money. We're here to make money, right? Not financial advice. But I'm here to make money from the banks. This is what leads to the money, knowing this. So that leads to monitoring. That you have to be monitored more so you can't be trusted. You have to, in order to do that, we have to have 24 hours a day, 365 records, anytime. We can access it anytime that we want to. We can look into it anytime that we want. See, the whole surveillance aspect that people were worried about, regular people worried about, it wasn't for them. I said this a long time ago. They can do that right now with the regular people. They can do that right now. All the cookies on people's computers, they monitor your credit card transactions. People maxing out they're living more in their credit cards right now than they are debit cards. Did you see that data that came out? Look it up. I'm not just talking. I'm telling you. Right? I may have a little fun, but I'm telling you what I've read from real hardcore numbers and data and information. But wait, it was always meant for them. It was meant for the banking system. Because I told you a lot of them went rogue. What are they going to use to monitor them? DLT. Yeah, DLT technology. They're going to monitor them with that. They're going to make sure they do everything they're supposed to do. Oh, some of them didn't follow the rules. Remember that? They got in trouble for not following the rules. Smart contracts going to make sure they follow rules. AI is going to make sure the banks follow the rules. You see where this is going? And I wouldn't put it past that they put this in place for the military as well. Why do you think all of a sudden, all these years, they just, after so many decades, they just start putting out this information to the public, although a lot of people didn't pay attention to it, even though channels like mine were covering it, that the Pentagon failed so many audits, huh? Right. So they've given a reason as to why the technology has to be implemented. Because a lot of different entities have gone rogue and they need to draw them back in under control. Oh, yeah. You didn't know it was like that? It definitely is. Yeah. So OCC poised to ramp up scrutiny on larger banks. Make no mistake about it. DLT technology will be employed in the future in the monitoring of the large banks and making sure they follow the rules. That's going to be huge. And that's just merely one aspect that anybody could look up. There is so much bullish, positive energy building up behind crypto. Everybody wants in on crypto. I'm seeing people that are into commodities. I'm talking about folks. They're real hardcore commodities people. I see them talking about crypto. That's when it strikes to me that crypto is more bullish than what they're presenting across all media. It is. But wait, I mean, that's my humble opinion. That's what I'm seeing. You tell me what you're seeing. Do you feel like it's more bullish or not? See, I'm being fair. This article says this: XRP ETF betting surges to 20% in 24 hours. Odds hit 70%. I still don't understand what's the problem with the XRP ETF, but let me read this. Newer trends. I mean, listen, you got cleared by the courts and everything like that. This case probably going to be thrown out, and that's more so what's left is on Ripple, not XRP, right? From my understanding. So XRP ETF should be in the game, right? With a Solana. I think Solana will come first, but I think XRP is right there. But we shall see. You tell me, you believe that or not? Newer trends suggest a 100% chance of XRP ETF approval by the end of Q1 2025. Do you agree with that? Woo! Q1 2025, driven by crypto changes under new SEC leadership by Paul Atkins. Let's go here, read a little bit more, just a little bit. The crypto market is buzzing as Polymarket reveals a 70% chance of an XRP ETF approval in 2025. The optimistic outlook has risen by 20% in just 24 hours. That's strange. Why? Sparking excitement within the community, with several polls tracking the odds. Enthusiasts are actively betting on the potential approval of XRP and other altcoin ETFs. Once again, I'm thinking that a lot of things, when they're doing these polls right now, the last 3 to 4 weeks, a lot of it has to do with people coming back from vacation. I do. It's not really a sudden change. It's just that the polls are showing a sudden change within themselves because those people were gone. So the liquidity comes back, things turn green, the people come back and polls suddenly jump 20%. A lot of people were out of the country. When you're talking about USA, there was a lot of holidays going on. People left the country. They're gone for a long time. Nice 2-week or month-long vacations, etc. Now they're coming back. So that bullish energy they took with them, and some of that capital as well, is coming back to the industry. They're catching up on information. They're participating again. Sometimes it takes you a little time. You're running your business or you're working your job. It takes you some time to get back into that groove. You know what I mean? And I think that's what's happening. So you're starting to see that come back around. That makes sense, right? I think that's what they're seeing here. Says a poll launched last month indicated a 48% chance of XRP ETF approval by July 31st, 2025. Once again, they're saying that was a month ago. A month ago, people were already winding their active lives down so they can go on vacation. Yeah, they were liquidating things. They already had their plans made. They're packing bags. They're hanging out. They're relaxing. They're getting into that relax mode. So once again, that liquidity is going to leave. That participation, if it's a poll or otherwise, that participation is going to leave, and it comes back later, I think. You tell me, do you agree with that? Right? Because there's a lot of people, I'm seeing it. They're just now coming back. And I took some days off. The surge in optimism is tied to expectations of pro-crypto changes. This was a good holiday season. I must tell you the truth. It was a good holiday season for sure. It says tied to expectations of pro-crypto changes in the U.S. government under new SEC leadership by Paul Atkins. Show me. I'm just saying. Listen, I'm of the mind state right now of a show me type person. Show me. Don't tell me. Show me. Like I want to see it. Make it happen. We have had bad experiences in this kind of thing before. I'm leaning into the positive, but I need this to be real and actuated. All right. The SEC is currently reviewing 4 XRP ETF applications submitted by major asset managers, including 21 Shares, Bitwise, Canary Capital, and WisdomTree. Of course, WisdomTree is in there. Bitwise spearheaded the filings in October 2024, setting the stage for a more favorable regulatory environment under Atkins' guide. I hope so. It's time. Everything is lining up. The big money's behind the XRP and the utility coins. Retail is behind XRP and the utility coins. Everything's right there. Go say it with me. No. You're not absolved. That means left out. You're not absolved. Say it with me. Golden age. Picture it. Golden age. Visualization is everything, folks. Let's move on here. We got a little Bitcoin news, and we definitely not going to leave the big dog out. You thought we were? Somebody must have told you wrong. No. Now, here we go. We're definitely not leaving out Bitcoin. Bitcoin primed to see multiple months of new all-time highs, says quant analyst Plan B. Oh, and he gives some targets. Oh, I like this. I like it a lot. Let's go here. All right, let's scroll down. Let's find out what's going on here. What's going on with the web page is now giving me a problem. Energies. Quantitative crypto analyst Plan B says that Bitcoin is gearing up for months of all-time highs. In a new video update, crypto strategist Plan B tells his 200,000 YouTube subscribers that 2025 will have many months, not one, not two, many. Sprinkle all of that value around on months. All of those months. So we'll have many months that will see the top crypto asset by market cap reach heights it hasn't witnessed before. I'm telling you, they're going to be shocked. I'm ready. I'm ready for it. Oh, man. When it happens, it's going to be glorious, in my humble opinion. I'm so ready. See the smile? That's a genuine smile right there. People know me would tell you that, like, oh, Mick, when Mick smiles, you know it's genuine, because I'm stone-faced throughout the day. I have business to handle. Anyway, quote, historically, if we have an all-time high in price, there's a high probability that we'll see more all-time highs in price. We saw it in 2020, 2021, and 2017, and 2013. Wait, obviously, that's what he's going by. I'm not going by that. I'm going by what's going to push it down this pathway is all those big companies that want a piece. All those big companies that keep running their mouth because they're so excited they can't keep it inside. They do the same thing that people do. You know, when someone just did something really big, they probably shouldn't be talking about it. Just savor your victory, savor what you're doing. Don't tell all the haters and all the people and stuff like that. Just keep it to yourself. But they tell it anyway because they're so excited. Companies doing the same thing. They're so excited they can't keep it in. That's what's going to drive that. Then the regular people are sitting back and they're saying, wait a minute. Then I just wait one gosh darn minute. Why are we letting the companies get all the money? Right? Why are we letting the companies get in position so that they're the only ones making all this capital? Right. And the regular people, they're going to catch on. And I believe, no disrespect, a lot of regular people catch on late, but they'll jump in and they will probably make a good amount as well. If they're smart, not financial advice. Once again, I know I said that a lot, but what are you going to do, bud? But I think they'll make a good amount as well. Like, utility coins are going to be much more impactful, in my humble opinion, over the next 1 to 2 years. But Bitcoin is it's no slouch. It's not going to be any slouch at all, and it's going to move first. So we'll see how it works out. We shall see, right? A new all-time high leads to another. Okay, he said that already. To another all-time high, a whole bunch of other all-time highs. So yes, we had an all-time high in December of 108,000, but not the closing price. However, I do expect for 2025 that we'll see many more months with all-time highs similar to the previous bull markets. I can agree with that. Oh, then he gets into these numbers. I like these numbers. According to Plan B, the flagship digital asset average price for the next 4 years is $500,000. Do you agree with that? 500,000 is definitely a delicious price. Definitely. However, he notes that it likely will not be exactly 500,000. I think we know that, but I know why he has to say this. Or this person, I don't know if Plan B is a he or she. It doesn't really matter to me. I don't really care. If you say something potent, you say something potent. But I think that's why this person says that, because they know some people will take it to be an even. It didn't hit an even 500,000 Plan B. So now I'm mad at you. That's how it goes. And fall somewhere between 250,000 and 1 million. Whoa. You believe that also, Plan B? 1 million? Hey, I'm not going to shoot it down. I'm not going to shoot it down, but I'm going to tell you what. I don't know if I'll be around when it hit if we're to hit 1 million. I don't know about that. I don't know. But to each his own. The stock to flow model looks forward in time and gives a 2024 to 2028 target of an average price of $500,000. All right, let's move on to this one here. I have two more Bitcoin articles. Let's see which one's the most potent. One on Bitcoin whale. Oh, you know what? Let's do this. Van Eck. I like when Van Eck talks. They always say something interesting. So we'll do this one here. This article here is a title, folks. Let me scroll up. Van Eck CEO. All right, they're big dog. CEO recommends investors to double down on Bitcoin as a hedge in 2025. As gold and Bitcoin register a bull market, Jan Van Eck stated that these assets are essential for any portfolio. So they're all saying this now because they want. Listen, I always have to have a laugh at these so-called big timers. You know they want to make money off this. This is their way of pumping it. Come on now, BlackRock was essential for you to have Bitcoin. Now it's essential. Like Bitcoin wasn't the same Bitcoin it was back then. So now that you're in position, it's essential. Don't worry, I'm still going to make money off Bitcoin, but I just have to have a laugh at your attempts to pump it. In my humble opinion, you tell me, that doesn't sound like a pump? Or you must have Bitcoin. You got to get it. Buy now. You sound like I'll hold off from saying that, but yeah, I just look at it like that. Let's keep going. It says here, he argued that these assets are indispensable hedges against inflationary pressures, fiscal uncertainty, and global de-dollarization trends. We'll see if that continues or not. We're going to definitely see how solid the BRICS nations are and de-dollarization is over this next few years. You're definitely going to see. I'm going to watch it like a hawk. According to Van Eck, gold and Bitcoin have proven to be resilient stores of value amidst global economic turbulence. Yes, but you must also insert this. Gold is not that hard on you psychologically. I just put the gold to the side. It's been collecting dust for so long. I don't even care. Just like, it's gold. I'm not even worried about it. Not even a little bit. Bitcoin for people, not for me, but for people, I've seen it. Bitcoin is psychologically very tough for them, right? Because it can go up vast amounts and then they're like, man, I made this money. They're celebrating so heavy, that adrenaline rush, that euphoria they feel is just so high. And then it will drop like an asteroid, right? And then they start that pressure. Oh my goodness, is it going to go up again? Then they watch the media because people have been conditioned from the youth to watch the media. And the media is like, one minute the media is like, Bitcoin's going to the moon. Then next minute, like, Bitcoin is going straight to HE double hockey sticks, and the people panic a little bit more. They worry a little bit more. So psychologically speaking, Bitcoin's a little bit harder on the mind of the regular retail investor who's not really deep into crypto. They're not really deep into finances. They're just a casual, just a passer through of the industry, just trying to make a few quick bucks. That's all they're really trying to do. And I get it. I understand. So with that being taken into account, a lot of people are going to look at gold and Bitcoin very differently. Simple as that. Consequently, he emphasized that these assets are essential for any portfolio seeking to guard against inflation. So I'm gonna close out with this thought here. Once again, we're seeing the big push beginning of Bitcoin by these big companies and their CEOs. It's a matter of time before they really, and I'm going to bring back an old phrase, they really flip the switch on this and say, hey, mainstream media, go hardcore. Go all the way with this right now. And they'll start spreading that money around. That whole it's like payola, a type of payola. You know how they used to pay to get music played on the radio? Yep, they'll pay, and the media companies will do that advertising run, so to speak, of Bitcoin, and it probably will skyrocket. So I'm watching out for that as well. So now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, everybody, let's get to the money.